You told y'all no cap. Sit back and crack that seal on whatever you drinking and pour up. Time to vibe out with us. We got DMV's own Domi Dow Jones.
What's happening?
I'm Eazy. You now tuned in to No Cap Radio.
No cap.
It's your first time, welcome. If you returning, welcome back, man. We appreciate all the support. I think I speak for both of us when I say we're excited about this episode today.
Absolutely.
Yep, we got a good friend coming in, guest to the show. You know, his first time. We're gonna have some fun today, man. Somebody very talented from the DMV area. We're gonna introduce to y'all later. But when we left y'all last week, Domi was putting us on to that No Limit Chronicles. I had to go and check it out, bro.
Yes,
he was
sir.
hyping it up. Yeah,
yes, sir. Glad you did.
Yeah, you talking about getting out the mud, man. P did that.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
For sure. Legendary.
Definitely.
And did you leave inspired?
Definitely. That was the biggest thing, man.
That's
the biggest
the
thing I got out of it was just, man, no matter what, you know, back against the wall, you know, the worst situation, just keep on grinding.
Right.
You know,
Right.
keep putting something out. Somebody gonna hear it, you know what I mean? Somebody gonna catch on to what you doing.
It definitely wasn't easy.
Nah, it wasn't, bro. It wasn't, man. He was definitely putting some hard work on that. But yeah. What was your biggest? What you see in that joint was your biggest?
Man, what I saw is the blueprint laid out,
Mm-hmm.
the foundation for the following decades to follow. He laid it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if it wasn't for the Tony Drapers, the Jay Prince, the
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Lukes, the Master P, laying down that foundation, you know what I mean, for the future, man, then, you know, a lot of rappers wouldn't be here today. So you gotta salute P. And you know, people toss that word GOAT around a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and they say, oh, this is GOAT, this is GOAT. But the GOATs are really the founding fathers of it. You know what I mean? The one who really laid down that groundwork and basically inspired the rest of us.
Right.
And that's the main key, is just how inspired you walk away from that documentary feeling.
Definitely. And when you say GOAT, man, that's a good topic, because I think about that a lot. It's not one GOAT. Even when it comes to like sports, when you talk about rap, you know, you got multiple GOATs, man. You can't just give a crown to one person, because different people going to come from different aspects. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to me, he was definitely one of the GOATs.
As a businessman, a black businessman.
Exactly.
Because he had said himself, oh, I wasn't the greatest rapper and wasn't really setting out to be, but the greatest hustler.
Yeah.
You got to give it to him, bro. I don't know who got more businesses than him.
Nah, he did everything, man.
Like, I don't know, man. Like,
yeah, my brother had told me about him getting on the court, you know, in the NBA, and I seen it in there, and I'm like, bro, who would think to do that? You know, that's how much power he had, though, when you think about it.
To go to the NBA.
To go to the NBA, man. He was with the Charlotte Hornets and the Raptors.
Hey, he was so nonchalant about it. I was working out with some NBA players and found out I still got it.
Right. And they knew it. That's all that really matters sometimes, you know? Sometimes, man, you so focused on one thing, you know, you kind of fall off on what you really love, you know what I mean? You're chasing the money. So to go back into it and know that you still got it.
Man, but I'm going to tell you, what's sad to see is the talent that basically left No Limit.
Oh, yeah.
And then never flourished again. You know what I mean? That was the sad part about the story. But then, like, to this day, people defend it like it's 25 years later. You can't be mad at me, man.
Right.
And like, I believe him when he said he overpaid everybody, man. And
I believe it.
What's the name? They walked through the hotel and they 150 deep, but all of them got Rolexes.
All of them paid.
Yeah, like.
I mean, just the fact that obviously he had money, man. He let him out of contracts like it was nothing. You know, you want to leave, go ahead and leave. It's a family, you know.
Dude, that would be the greatest boss to work for.
Exactly.
If you're gonna work for somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody like that, man. So that's definitely, if you are a boss, you know, you want to take those principles that he had and took care of his people.
Yeah. You know, we was talking last week about the kids, you know what I mean, looking out for the kids and doing stuff in the community, and to see him doing that as well. And this was like a couple years back. I know he did this stuff for Katrina. You know, they had to come up with $100 something million and transform the projects, man, and then even did it, bro. And that was definitely good motivation.
$100 million, bro.
And changing people's lives, bro. You know, and then going into the schools and talking to the kids and just making a difference.
What they don't know, that's how he met Nipsey Hussle. It wasn't even music. He got a company called Urban Born.
Okay.
That's just kind of like what you want to do with the youth.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep them out of trouble, and it's like a little youth program. And Nipsey was one of the first artists in the program.
Okay.
So man, that history is just so deep, bro. I think he got a hand in everybody's career, man.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just speaking on grinding and putting in that work, man. Like we said, we definitely got a special guest in here for y'all.
That's right.
We're gonna bring in. So we got Legacy Lamone.
In the building. In the building.
Good. What's good?
Brother,
what's up, man?
Brother.
How y'all living?
Yeah, man.
All
we
is
good.
well, man. Welcome to the show.
Definitely.
No Cap Radio.
Yeah. So we just want to let the people know about you, man. You know, we already know. You know what I'm saying?
I want to let y'all know I'm a fan of No Cap. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to lie.
Tell them, man.
Let
Let them know,
like,
bro.
You know, I just see what y'all doing. I see the potential. I just see it being big. And it's like, yeah, this is something I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And like I say, man, I said, like, we going to cover as much as we can, but, man, we might have to circle back.
Oh, yeah.
Bring him back.
Because we got history.
Yeah.
You know, you're always welcome, so
yeah.
do a follow-up or something. But, yeah, man, let us know, bro. We start from the beginning, you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, how far back y'all want to go?
Man, look, whatever you willing to, let the people know.
Well, shit, let's say me and Domi,
Mm-hmm.
we started doing music. What was it, 7th or 8th grade?
I think it's 7th grade, yeah.
7th grade, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we was like the only two people in the school that was doing music.
Okay.
That was rapping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't cool to rap back then. Like everybody wasn't doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of stuck out and we got the same birthday. A lot of people don't know that.
Okay.
Not the date, the year, everything.
Everything.
I ain't even know that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it was cool to have somebody that was in that school that was like, oh,
it was
shit.
a relief.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, shit, he rap too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A relief. Like, I ain't by myself.
Exactly.
Speaking with you the other day, something you said to me stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
And you said your mother, it was you and your brother in the house with your mother. And your mother used to get her paycheck, pay her bills, and whatever's left, she would ask y'all, well, what would you do with it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think for a parent to do that, it teaches so many values and lessons in the child.
Yeah, she was just trying to give us, show us the value of a dollar or teach us the value of a dollar. You know, pretty much saying, what would you do with your money that can help everybody that's in this household? You can't be selfish, and get you a toy or get this or whatever, it has to be beneficial to everyone in this house, so what would you do? And I think that taught me a lot with money management.
And I know where the story goes from there.
Bruh. I'm over here I need to do that with my kids because they see you with a couple of dollars and they think they're supposed to get the world.
Yeah.
That's
it teaches a lot, bro. I'm happy that she taught us lessons like that growing up, and it's just little lessons like that throughout. That's just one lesson.
Right.
It was multiple lessons that she taught on that level.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But just we're gonna get into your music, man. I've always been a fan of course, both of y'all music, man. Y'all put y'all life on them lines, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
And that's just the type of me, like I said, that's how I think, we clicked just from liking that same genre, the same style of music, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then you see in the industry, And I remember from years back when even we was in high school, it was like you had to do commercial. You know what I mean? You had to do that commercial to kind of break through. How important do you think it is to just keep, you know what I mean, keep up with your style? Because I know people even try to get you to go that way. You know what I mean?
All the time. Like, I don't believe that I have to try to go into the studio and try to focus on what do the people like. You know what I'm saying? I focus on what I want to do. I'm a selfish artist. I call it that all the time. I'm going to do what I want to do. And if people like it, they're going to like it. If they don't, they don't. I don't care. But I understand that it's a market for every kind of music.
Right.
As long as you market it right and promote it right, you have a lane. So I don't have to make the music that's popular, pop culture. I don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? I can always find a fan that's going to love me.
Right. And that was some of the best advice I ever received from another artist. Was to go in and make the music that you like.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Well, that's what we talked about. Because if you don't not doing what you like, then you're not gonna be passionate about it.
You're not gonna love the music if you're creating stuff that other people want to hear.
And not only that, you may not believe in it.
You're right.
Now that's a big problem.
Definitely.
If you don't believe in it for a silly reason.
Yeah. I was watching that made me think. I was watching that documentary, and the guy that was it Trey
Beats.
Trey Beats. Yeah. He said, I think it was him that said. He said, out of 1,000 people, maybe it wasn't him that said. Somebody said,
it was.
Okay, he said out of 1,000 people, one person.
Like you can be a millionaire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because all you got to do is grab one person from every market, or out of every 1,000 people, and if you get that person to spend, let's say, $100 or $1,000 with you every year, you'll be able to become a millionaire.
Yeah,
you know
So what sparked what got you into music? You know what I mean?
I used to write poetry. You know what I'm saying? But then I had anger issues when I was younger, coming from the environment that I came from, and a single mother household, not getting what I want. You know what I'm saying? Child mindset. You know, and I just wanted something I can release that anger, because I played sports, you know what I'm saying? But I get in fights around the neighborhood because I'm aggressive and I got all this anger and all. So it was just another way for me to release energy, I guess. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got in the music.
An outlet. You need that, especially as a child, and growing up in that environment that you were in with just you, your brother, and your mother. So something that people don't know about you is the fact that you're into books.
Yeah, I read every day.
It's like, when did this start? Like, have you?
I hated. I hated school. I was terrible in school. I didn't get good grades. I made good grades to play sports. That was it. You know what I'm saying? But my brother was so smart. When I got home, he was a straight A student all through high school. You know what I'm saying? And when I would get home, he would be into books. I wanted to go outside, but I just seen how smart he was. And, you know, always want to be like your older brother in a sense. So I would read when I got home. So it started in, I say, beginning of high school. And it's up into today. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to be, I always had a street sense about me.
Yeah.
But I always thought, like, what if I can get the knowledge behind the street sense? You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
Yeah.
And that's what I was telling you, because when I went to school and studied business, that's what we learned. Everything that we were learning, that we were doing in the streets, we learned the corporate terminology of everything we were doing, and it was like we already had the fundamentals down. We just called it something else.
And a lot of people don't know that. That's why I think it's crazy. Like, I talk to the youngers around the neighborhood today, and they don't understand that they know the things that they know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You've been taught this because of what you've been doing in this environment, not knowing the terminology that they use in them Fortune 500 companies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you change the terminology, you'll be able to run a business the way you want to. You're running a business now, and I don't understand why they don't look at it as a business that they're running.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say it, man, because he beating around the bush, but check out that 16. That's what he talking about. He got a new project, man. 16, y'all check it out, man. It's tough.
That's 16?
Yeah.
He's speaking hood economics.
Yeah.
And I think in so many ways that's important, because like you say, they don't know what they really know. What they're doing is basically running a business.
Yeah.
So just think if it was applied to a legitimate business. They go back to Master P.
Yeah.
It's that he took that same hustle from the streets and put it in the legit business.
Man, look, you can still use it to this day. We just talking about the clothing, you know what I'm saying? We got the leg work, you got your leg work clothing. Yeah. You know, just putting it out there for people to see it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's what they don't understand. Like when I first started my clothing, my shirts, I think I got like 50 to 100 shirts. I didn't even charge nobody for them. I was giving them out. Because people didn't understand that you're a walking billboard now.
Yeah.
If they see enough people with it, they'll be like, yo, what is that leg work? They might not recognize it the first time they see it, the second time they see it. But if they see it a third time, they're going to be like, okay, what's leg work? You know, and they're going to want to acquire about it.
And this was years ago. Like, how old is leg work? Cause
I started leg work like 6 years ago, maybe. You know what I'm saying? And now I ship shirts and hoodies and stuff across London, the UK, Australia. You know what I'm saying? They want to inquire about my music and find out I have clothing, or they find the clothing and then find out I have music. So it works hand in hand.
Yeah. Man, but I know one thing that P teach is that product beats talent.
Always. Always.
You know?
Yeah. Because people, they want to spend money on the product. You know, even if you're a rapper or whatever. So a lot of people don't even fall in love with the music anymore. They fall in love with the brand or the person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then they fall in love with the music later. So the product is always going to exceed talent.
Right.
Yeah, that's why it's so vital right now to do this social media, you know what I'm saying? Have your face out there. I know you even have put something up and was like, what do y'all want to see? You know what I mean?
It was just a question because I'm not social media savvy. You know what I'm saying? I understand my flaws. You know, you should always know what your strengths are, but you should never ignore your flaws. So it's like, how can I make people want to engage with me, or you know, make them more? I'm a cut off private person. You know what I'm saying? So, and it shows on social media. You know, and I need to be better.
And that's exactly why we have you here on this show. So people can know you, the real Legacy. Because you was telling me a story about you being in the supermarket and a guy eyeing you down, and you tell them a story, man. Because this is a good story.
So I'm in shopping, you know what I'm saying, with me and my lady. And I seen this guy looking at me, like just staring me down, like just look. So where I'm from, I take that as aggression. Okay, we're going to get this out of the way. Maybe I did something to him, somebody he know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I tell my girl, I'm like, go get whatever, go down there. So I walk up to him and I'm like,
man, go to the other side.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, what's up? What you looking at? You know? He like, nah, man, I'm a fan. I follow you on social media, and I didn't know how to approach you because I don't know who you are as a person.
Look at that.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm like, make that so be known.
That's so bad.
It was good, bro.
I would have felt so bad. Like,
but that's just to go to show. I'm always on go, but at the same time, I got to take into thought of who I am and the presence that I do give off and stuff like that. That's why I want to be better on social media.
Yeah, especially in that music 16.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing definitely you gotta realize when you out there. You gotta be self-conscious of how you walk around and how you present yourself to people. So glad you ain't just still off on them, man.
Nah, I couldn't do. I just wanted to know what it was about first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, but in that 16 album, you said, man, I should have a chalkboard or in the streets. Like you said, it was some lyric you put in there and was like, but the point I'm getting at is the fact that it is like a seminar.
It is.
Or a like school is in session when that.
You talking about basic economics?
Yeah, man. Like.
Yeah, you cut that joint short too.
I had
the rest of that joint.
I had to. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to leave them like, is it more?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna follow over into my next tape. Not saying the next project is gonna be like 16. It's gonna be totally different. It's a different producer. I can't let the cat out the bag of who I'm working with.
Yeah.
But I'm working on another project, and it's kind of gonna fall over into that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep grinding, bro. For real. Well, what? Tell us about some of the plights you had to overcome. What was your biggest? Just something that really even.
That's what I'm interested.
Yeah, man.
What
Something that
keeps
really.
these DMV entertainers going?
Yeah.
That's what I'm interested in.
You mean recently or just in past?
I mean,
In the
honestly,
past, in general, like all of the obstacles that DMV entertainers or all entertainers have to endure, but being in this area,
I feel like is people in this area won't support until you blow up somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? They'll know you, see you, but just won't support until another state or another part of the East Coast supports you first. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the biggest part of being.
I agree.
That's very true. And I found that out when I went to South by Southwest and was down there in Houston. And we had this club in Houston, and us a bunch of artists performing. It might have been Post Malone down there, because it was 2015, and that song was real hot. So I had many performances he had. I know I probably saw one of them. But it was so many local artists around there. And just the fact that I was from Virginia, they gravitated to me because I went from around there. And it's the same thing. And that's when it hit me down there. I'm like, everybody's fighting to get recognition somewhere else. But that's what you have to do.
But I think it's possible, though. I think it's possible to blow up here. You just got to find that lane or intrigue their interest in a certain way. Because I know people are interested. I hear it every day when I go out. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we love you, we fuck with your music, we do this. I just got to find that chord to pluck at,
And then a lot of times they may not know how to help or how to support you more, or what can I do to help him get where he want to be. They may not know how. Like, now I listen to everything he dropped. I buy his leg work clothing. What else can I do to, give him that push forward?
And as an artist, I think it's our responsibility to try to help them figure out the equation.
Exactly.
We can't assume or think that they're gonna get it by themselves. You know what I'm saying? We gotta look at it like we're running a business, and that's the consumer. So how do we make them come into this business?
Yeah, be a part of it.
Be a part of it. Yeah.
See, I think that's the whole trend with TikTok, right? Is that people will take your artwork and then create their art on top of your art.
Yeah.
Like, they want to be a part of the process.
And TikTok is the biggest platform right now for musicians, for anybody that's doing any kind of art. Because I think it's just that hot seat, that hot ticket right there.
Like I said, they making you money.
Exactly.
Sitting back.
Exactly.
And they'll pull some out the archives and it'll blow up again, all over again.
A song?
Yeah. They'll take an old song and put a dance to it, or what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, man. It works. It works. And the CEO was saying it's a direct correlation to the TikTok trend of the challenge or whatever and the Billboard charts. Direct correlation.
Definitely.
Man, so with that, man, with Legacy Lamone, man, what's next for Legacy? Like we've been making music since we were in 7th grade, right? What are some of the other, with P in mind, what are some of the other avenues you want to take being an entrepreneur?
Yeah. I have a lot of big goals. I got a lot of medium goals and small goals. I don't like to discuss my goals.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Only because there's no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? It's just I want to see them going.
You don't want to jinx yourself.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to jinx myself. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely have like products that I want to get into, or even I want to get into sports in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Because I love sports. I played football in high school. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to do it and help the kids. I feel like kids, like you were saying earlier, what you're doing, trying to do and stuff. It's like kids is a big part of the community. I wish when I was a kid somebody could help me because you know, like growing up in an environment we have the adolescent mind.
Yeah.
You see things that you think is right, and then when you get older, you understand like it ain't right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We was talking about that earlier. Like some of the stuff we did when we was young, we was like, man, what, you know, but we ain't had nobody to be like, bro, that ain't smart.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And that's what I think these kids need nowadays. Somebody that they're going to listen to, because they got people telling them, you know, they ain't gonna listen to mom. We ain't listen to mom. You know, we ain't listen to dad all the time. You need
But
somebody.
I don't think kids will listen to a lot of people because it's not what you tell them, it's what you do.
Right.
Kids pay attention to how you maneuver and not what you say. They're going to listen to you, but it's going to go out the other end. I feel like you got to show them, you know what I'm saying, the difference. I know when I was that age, I wasn't listening.
Yeah.
My uncles, my mom, my older cousins, they was telling me all the time, like, yo, you need to, I wasn't listening. I didn't care.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I mean?
what would you have told yourself as a kid now in hindsight?
And I have this I think about this a lot. Like, what would the new me tell the old me? And I have no idea.
Yeah.
I still don't know how to unlock that mind.
Yeah.
Nothing. Just let it go.
I was so stubborn. I was so, I was just so into myself that I don't think anybody could have told me anything to help.
Yeah.
For real, to be honest.
That's why you had to learn your life lessons.
And that's and my mom gave me that go. I can't bail you out. I ain't got no money. So go ahead and learn your lessons. If you bump your head, bump your head.
Yeah.
So she gave you that long leash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mother gave you that long leash.
Definitely. And you know, like she was saying, I can tell you that I experienced this because my mom been through some things in her life. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you what I experienced, but it's up to you to go learn and live life. You know what I'm saying? But if anything happened, you can't call me to bail you out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So that make you grow up quick.
Quick.
Yeah.
That's why you feel old.
I do.
That's why you miss your childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to turn this into no intervention.
Oh no, I understand that. I definitely.
Yeah, you did.
I definitely missed in my childhood. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because when I was 14, 15 years old, I'm hanging with people that's 30 plus, doing what they doing, hanging with them, and drinking and smoking and all this stuff. So I wasn't doing, you know, what a normal 15-year-old kid is doing. But we think that's normal. But when I get to this age, I'm like, yo, I experienced a lot of trauma.
So think about this. You 30, would you be hanging with a 15-year-old?
No.
Like,
But I was so mature back then.
Okay.
People always thought I was older than what I was. Because I didn't carry myself like a 15-year-old.
That's true. That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying?
That's true.
Yeah. And you gotta acknowledge now you took it, you used it. You know, it ain't like you stayed in that same state. You know what I mean?
I think that's insanity.
Yeah, yeah.
If you stay in the same spot for years, I see people in my neighborhood, my old, 40 years old, still doing the same shit they was doing 15 years ago.
Still see them 30-year-olds still out there.
Still
the
out
ones you
there.
was hanging with.
And it's like, that's insanity. I never want to, 10 years from now, I don't want to be on that same corner having the same conversations about regular shit, bitches, football.
Yeah.
What you gonna buy tomorrow? What you gonna eat? The same dumb shit.
Yeah, you have to evolve.
Yeah.
Man, that made me think of C. Murder, man. You know, he had money, big money, millions of dollars, and he went back to the hood.
Yeah.
You know
But people
that's
think
how
that when you go back to the hood, they like, oh, you keeping it real. You keep, and
Yeah.
I understand going back there, but
to help.
exactly.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
to just
Yeah.
be, I'm here.
Wow, yeah.
The whole process is to get out.
Yeah.
Right.
Why you know? And I'm not saying I'm not gonna go back and
But
but
what it is, they're addicted to it.
you're right.
That's all they know.
Mm-hmm.
It's an addiction.
That's their comfortable. That's their comfort zone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, us being, big into music, I always say, man, honestly, music got me through high school.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I hear music to this day, and it'll bring back memories, you know what I'm saying, from high school. You know, we used to always walk around with the disc joint saying, had the headphones coming up to, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm rigged up some kind of way. You in class like this listening to music.
Yeah.
But what's some of your favorite projects, like, from back then, you know?
I know y'all remember this. The Jeezy. What is it?
The Motivation.
Man, you couldn't go nowhere without listening to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what else? I was a Ja Rule fan. A lot of people don't know.
Okay.
He was.
I was a big Ja Rule fan. I'm talking about early Ja Rule though. You know what I'm saying? Vinny
Before
Vici.
Okay.
Yeah, before 50 and all that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Blood in My Eyes type Ja Rule. That was even before then he was on.
Yeah, it was before. Yeah, it was before that.
I remember. Yeah, Ja Rule used to spit, man.
He was. I'm telling you, the nigga was hard, bro. And it's like that's how I learned how to count bars.
Okay.
Because I had the Vinny Vici album. You know what I'm saying? And you know back then in the booklet they used to have the lyrics in the booklet. So you know when you were a kid you trying to learn this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I see they always talk about 16 bars. But I started counting them in the booklet, and that's how I found out how to rap a 16. Yeah.
Man, I got that album just because you rock with it so hard.
For real?
Yeah, man. I'm like, man, what am I missing?
Yeah.
Look, I need
from Ja Rule.
Like, look, he was speaking to me. You know what I'm saying? It was more of his, like, you know, his voice and his. You can hear, like, I guess pain. I guess.
Yeah, just like Tupac.
Yeah.
You could feel it.
And DMX. Oh my God.
Yeah, they just passionate.
Yeah,
you know
just
what I'm saying?
passionate.
But you that kind of rapper though. When you listen to your music, that's what you hear. You hear the passion in his voice, or you know, just and it gives it more of a feel than a sound, and you know he mean what he say.
And that's why a lot of people can relate. They like, this nigga been through something. You know what I'm saying? I need to hear more. You know, so that's how I feel when I listen to your music. Definitely.
Yeah. And it's crazy because like I haven't even put 30% of what I've been through into my music.
Yeah.
Because I'm so private and so cut off, I need to stop it. I know. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, do I really want to reveal everything?
That's the safest outlet to put it
Exactly.
Don't come on here and indict yourself.
Yeah.
I ain't doing nothing like that. Hey, look, I'm a legal citizen. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so Legacy, man, you talk about, you know, you got a lot of things in the works, a lot of things coming up, projects, things like that, but I just want to know what you look, you know, to get out of this, what you look to accomplish.
To be successful, you know what I'm saying? To be established, you know what I'm saying? Financial wise. I feel like I put so much time and energy into a lot of things that didn't make me financially stable. You know, pretty much wasting time. So my whole point of this and my whole thing I wanted to be is to be successful and to be financially stable. You know what I mean?
Okay. But we definitely want to put the people on to you. Tell them where they can find you at.
All social media is Legacy Lamone. You can Google Legacy Lamone. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I got Snapchat. I got TikTok. I think I just made a TikTok. I don't be TikToking though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm doing the thing.
But yeah, you can find me on every social media platform pretty much with Legacy Lamone.
Man, so that answer, man, it just sparked something in me, man, because that's about breaking the generational curse. And lately, man, this past week, it's been haunting me about ownership.
Yeah.
Like, and with you speaking the basic economics and all that, and you say you want to be successful, we all do. But I feel like that ownership, you owning your brand, owning your music. I
own everything, 100%. Yeah. I was a real big Nipsey fan, R.I.P. Nipsey. I've been on Nipsey since 12, 13, when Kershaw came out. So, and he's speaking about ownership, and he was speaking about it way before that. I'm talking about when Bullets ain't had no names and all that stuff. So, I kind of got on it back then. So, I always wanted to own my music, my clothing line, my brand, everything. I never wanted to give anybody power over me, because at the end of the day, I am the business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's the key to your success, brother.
Word. Thank you.
You know, ownership.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all definitely go check out that 16 ASAP. Y'all leave comments, man. Like, subscribe, leave comments, see what y'all want to hear up next. All right, so Legacy, we at the time now we like to do cap and no caps, a trivia question. So you want to give a question to the people, and we gonna call it cap and no cap.
So I just say whatever I want.
Yeah, man, whatever you
Cap
want, man.
No cap,
And y'all gotta call it.
Yeah, you get.
Don't call it.
I'm colorblind. Cap or no cap?
Say cap, bro. You capping over here. You capping on No Cap Radio. I don't like it.
I'm gonna say no cap.
There's no cap. I'm really colorblind, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how bad though?
I mean, I can't remember the I can't remember the technical terms of it, but like, you know, I get mixed between like oranges, reds, blues, and stuff like. It starts with a T.
Man, you ever took that military test, that book, where they have the number 6?
Yeah, you got it, and the flowers and all.
Can you see any of them?
I can see some of them. That's how they determine
Which
what
colors
colorblind you
blind
are.
to.
I see color. A lot of people, I tell people like I'm colorblind. They
And
like,
they think,
what color is this? I hate that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
no, they ain't like that.
But I see color. It's just not the right color.
It's
you know
just
what I'm
certain stuff for camouflage to
saying? Yeah, and I say some personal shit that I ain't really, I don't discuss with people unless you really know me. When I was in school, they put me in slow classes because I was colorblind.
No way.
You was in the blue room, bro.
I wasn't in the
Oh,
blue
but if
room.
you real small and you not calling them colors right, they gonna think that
Yeah, so it was like elementary
that
school
makes
going
sense,
into middle school. They thought I was, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
until I went to the doctor.
Yeah.
They fuck, you know what I'm saying, and
Yeah.
figured it out.
But
Like,
to a degree, everybody's colorblind. That's why you can't see those deer on the road.
Mhm.
They are
Word.
camouflage. I mean, that's the whole sense of camouflage. Like,
word.
don't think them numbers in that little book ain't camouflage. They trying to trick you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, it was, you know, I'm colorblind for real.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I wish I knew the technical term of this shit. It's like tell us something. It's like 4 different or 3 different color blinds or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like some people can't see color at all. Certain people get certain colors mixed up, and you know what I'm saying? So, and you know, you see the videos where people be having the glasses where they can see the correct color. I'm gonna give me a pair of them. You know,
That's a real thing. They correct it.
as far as I know, I think it's true. I be seeing videos of people like giving them or getting them from like they kids or whatever.
So I'm assuming that whatever color you're colorblind to, the glasses are have
They're
that
corrected. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're corrected. In some way, I don't know how it works, but
So you
Yeah,
the tryptanopia
it might be that,
or
or it might be another.
tryptanomally?
Well, don't tell them what colors you colorblind to. Don't give them all your weaknesses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, we're gonna have Legacy back. So if y'all wanna know anything else about him, man, y'all let us know. But tell us where they wanna check you out and really know something about you. What would you recommend for him? One song, one project for him to check out.
Matter of fact, I say the Police Patrol.
Police Patrol.
Featuring Young Diamond.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real. Hey man, this is Capital No Cap, man.
Let's talk about these police patrolling out here though. We in the hood, there's no telling what we holding. Watch your back, police is patrolling. We in the hood, there's no telling what we holding. Watch your back, police is patrolling. It's no catching me pigs, I'm too far gone. I got the handle on the game like the car door. Seen the security shit, so I'm murked out. Peeped Officer Reyes, gave his ass a workout. Ended up on Bragg on Wicklow by the first house. Then I pulled my workout, tossed the shit by the third house. Ran down Hickok and Denton and hit the alleyway. Crept back to the parks by the swings, I got away. I was contemplating, should I go back now or later? So I went and got my work back an hour later. Stopped by P House just to go peep the scene out. See, I'ma make money regardless, long as the fiends out. Yeah, I get low and run from Jake for free. See, I bail, cause jail ain't a place for me. I tell the youngins all the time, walking past while I'm strolling. Watch your back, police is patrolling. We in the hood, there's no telling what we holding. Watch your back, police is patrolling. We in the hood, there's no telling what we holding. Watch your back, police is patrolling. We in the hood, there's no telling what we holding. Watch your back, police is patrolling. We in the hood, there's no telling what we holding. Watch your back, police is patrolling.
When I'm in a trap, no telling what I'm holding. So Domi watch his back, cause these police is patrolling. Testing out this bag that I stole from my homie. I'm like, what kind of doja the dope man have sold me? Got me feeling woozy, drowsy and hungry. I'ma have to get this by the pounds and the whole things. Got back in my old, it continue getting loaded. Got a call from my dog, told me that he wanted. Caught the sack and hit him back and did exactly what I said. Hit the track, got off my packs and tax him, then I stacked my bread. Hit the pack to count my cash, just to see how fat it is. Now all I got is one lousy stogie left to kill. Got back to the field and the police ran up on me. When they pat me down, man, they broke a nigga stoned it. I fit the description was the bullshit they told me. So nigga, watch your back, cause they patrolling.
Oh shit, hey, there go bro, get your fist, nigga. We in the hood, there's no telling what we holding. Watch your back, police is patrolling. We in the hood, there's no telling what we holding. Watch your back, police is patrolling. We in the hood, there's no telling what we holding. Watch your back, police is patrolling. We in the hood, there's no telling what we holding. Watch your back, police is patrolling.
Legacy, what's happening with you?
Ain't shit cracking, nigga.
I see you still rapping, but I ain't hollered at you in a minute.
Ain't shit, I've been
You
chillin'.
cool as an air condition. Heard you out there trapping, nigga. You ain't got that package with
Yo,
you.
somebody dimed me. Police was trying to find me. It was right after I listened to the diary of Domi.
That's grimy.
I think the police was trying to sign me. I have it by the mall, just call and just remind me.
Alright, I'ma hit you up. But on the way to pick it up, police tried to hit me up. I'm like, damn, that's just my luck. Followed me for 5 blocks. Them fuckers tried to set me up. Pulled me over, I lost control. It was just like, what the hell is up?
Knowing you, he smelled the Dutch. You kept your cool and kept it tucked. Chiefin' on the smelling stuff. Domi, you better tell him, bruh.
It ain't no telling what we holding on the block. But watch your back, cause they patrolling on the block.
We in the hood, there's no telling what we holding. Watch your back, police is patrolling. We in the hood, there's no telling what we holding. Watch your back, police is patrolling. We in the hood, there's no telling what we holding. Watch your back, police is patrolling. We in the hood, there's no telling what we holding. Watch your back, police is patrolling.